not doing anything, not going out, so hey everyone, it's Mia, and today's video is going to be a little get ready with me. So I'm just going to be doing my makeup and having a little chat. I feel like I haven't done this in a while, like just like talk about random things, you know. I'm not doing anything today or going out, so like ideally I wouldn't be doing my makeup, but like I thought it would just be better if I was like doing something whilst chatting. So yeah, so if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, and yeah, let's just get started. So like one of the main reasons I wanted to do this is I've just had so many like thoughts recently and like revelations kind of. I don't know, I feel like I've just been thinking about loads of things. I think loads of people have been like reflecting in lockdown, because what else is there to do apart from sit around and think? I'm kind of having a great time, to be honest. At the start of lockdown, I was so worried about going into lockdown because I just thought that I'd be so bored. I sort of just thought like my mental health was going to be really bad, because I'm the sort of person that like loves going out and like spending time with people. I do really like my own company as well, but I am just like the sort of person that does spend a lot of time with friends. So I was just a bit like, is this gonna not be good for me because I won't be able to see anyone? And I know it's been like that for so many people, but to be honest, like I've actually loved it. Like I'm having a great time. I just didn't realise how much I like being by myself and just doing my own thing and like not worrying about other people, because obviously there's not been a time where I've been like forced to just be by myself. So I didn't really know what it would be like, but honestly, I'm having a great time. And I feel like I've just rediscovered like a part of me that just loves sort of like doing loads of self-development stuff and reading books. I mean, I take a really long time to read books, but I still read them. And yeah, just like doing loads of things that like make my life better. Like I love doing that sort of thing. Even if it's just small things like tidying up my room and like organising all of my stuff, organising my wardrobe, making my space look really nice. And I just have loved just being really selfish, if you get what I mean, just like doing everything that I want to do. Also, because I've had so much time to think and be by myself, I honestly think this is like the happiest I've ever been and best mental health I've ever had since like a child, if you know what I mean. I'm actually in love with this foundation. Like I think it makes my skin look so nice. It is the Stay Naked foundation by Urban Decay. It looks like this, and this is 40 NN, which is not that pale, but I have got a fake tan on right now. I don't know if you can see, like I'm pretty tanned. Oh yeah, so like revelations I've had about, I feel like a lot of them have been to do with like self-worth, self-confidence, body image, like all of this stuff. First of all, every single insecurity you have about yourself is not real. Like it is a product of your surroundings and it never comes from within. Like nothing bad that you think about yourself is actually your pure thoughts. I feel like the reason I was so happy that I realised this and why it's so powerful is because you can just decide that that's not real for yourself. Like you can just decide for yourself, like it's not there. Like that ideal standard of beauty, it doesn't exist for me. Like I've decided that for myself now. I feel like loads of people get caught up in this whole like, oh, but society says this. Even though it still consumes all of your surroundings and everything that you see, you can decide for yourself right now that that's not real for you. And I've done that, and honestly, I'm having a great time. Obviously it is easier said than done, but I think one of the main things you have to do to sort of like be confident in yourself and love yourself is just be like, do you know what? Like the ideal beauty standards don't exist. And I saw this quote and it was something like, we're no longer accepting what we can't change, we have to change what is being accepted, or something like that. I feel like there comes a point where you just have to forget about everyone else and forget about what things are being like put onto you and just be like, do you know what, I'm deciding for myself. And I just think that holds so much power, that you can just like decide that for yourself. Obviously depending on where you're at and your like how you feel about yourself, it is going to take more time or less time for some people. to like really believe that and like have that ingrained in their mind that it doesn't matter how you look and everything. You have to start somewhere. Like, just because that feels like unrealistic to you, you have to sort of just take it on board and try every day to like dismantle that idea of beauty or success or whatever it may be. I think another thing that made me realise this was watching Becoming on Netflix, which is the documentary about Michelle Obama. It's kind of like to do with her book tour, but like kind of not. But yeah, anyway, Michelle Obama, absolute legend. Would highly recommend watching Becoming on Netflix. There was a lot of clips in this documentary of her working with young people, speaking to young people, specifically young African American girls. And I can't remember the exact words, but like one of them asked, how do I feel heard or like important when I often feel silenced? She said something like, you can't wait for the world to change to like get where you want to be. Like, you can't wait for the world to be like, yes, you're considered beautiful now. Yes, what you want to do is considered successful now. Like, you can't wait for that because it's too long to wait. Like, it's not gonna get there. And then if everyone thinks like that, then it would change like as a whole. So yeah, that is one of the main things that has made me so confident and happy during this time. It's because I'm just like coming to these realizations, you know? So I'm very happy about that. Another thing, if you're wanting to sort of do like self-development, self-love journey, you know, is on Instagram, follow Florence Given. Like, she has just come out with a book and I have got it right here, which I will show you in a sec. Her life philosophies are just everything. Just like everything she says, I agree. I worship her. She's just the ultimate person to follow for like self-love, for informing yourself about stuff, for making you a better person. Every girl needs this book, like every single one. I promise you it'll be the best £12 you've ever spent in your life. I think it's £12 or like something like that. It will be the best £12 you've ever spent in your life because this, it just teaches you so much. I will read out some of the chapters. She speaks so much about this stuff on Instagram as well, so like you need to follow her Instagram. Honestly, as well, if you're a boy, this will make you understand like feminism a lot more. I feel like a huge problem with men is just like not understanding women's issues and stuff. So like, yeah, some of the chapters are called You Are the Love of Your Own Life, How to Break Up with Yourself, Refuse to Find Comfort in Other Women's Flaws, Stop Scrolling in the Mornings, Maybe It's a Girl Crush, Maybe You're Queer, Love Sex, Hate Sexism, Women Do Not Exist to Satisfy the Male Gaze, Life's Short, Dump Them. That is just my favourite quote, I think. You will be a better person after reading this book, I promise you. Especially if you are a young teenager watching this video, you need that book. Honestly, it will save you so much like stress and pain throughout your teenage years. I think people like Florence Given are just my favourite sort of influencers, the ones that just like teach you to know your worth. I just think that's so important. 2020 has just been so crazy, but I just think everyone is gonna come out of 2020 like way more woke, I guess you could say woke, or just way more informed about things, way more grateful for what they have. I just think everyone's going to be like more educated after this year, especially with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. I genuinely was so uneducated about a month ago. In the past month, I have learned so much about issues that are going on in the world that I just like wouldn't have known to research before. I don't know why I wasn't exposed to it, or I didn't think about it, or I just was ignoring it somehow, but I am so glad that it's just come to the surface and so many people are outraged by it now, because we all should be. And I'm so grateful that the movement has now like blown up and everyone's like on board. Well, not everyone, but like a lot of people are on board compared to before, and just like speaking up about it. I just think awareness is key. If you go to my Instagram, I have a highlight story called Read This, so please go there for like resources, and also the link in my Instagram bio has like petitions to sign and resources to educate yourself. I have just ordered a book called Brit and then in brackets ish. I was recommended it by a friend, and I know that it's a lot about like race and identity in the UK, and I just feel like I really need to learn about the whole UK situation, because when I am arguing with people about it, which has happened, I just have so much to say about people that argue with the movement, but I won't even go into it. But when I'm arguing about it, I feel like a lot of people bring up that it's a problem in America more than the UK, and I just need to educate myself on the UK situation so that I can come back fighting with some facts about racism in the UK. I went to a protest the other day, and they had a lot of people speaking there about their experiences and like their opinions, not really opinions, but just like their thoughts on it, which was so insightful. To be honest, I didn't expect much from the protest in terms of like educational stuff. I thought it was mainly going to be like people holding signs and everything. It was actually so well organised, and they had loads of people speaking and just like reading out information, and I was like, wow, like actually teaching everyone so much. But an interesting thing they said was like, we can say all we want here, but like we don't need to be saying it to the people that are here because they showed up. They are the ones that like care about the movement. Not that you have to go to a protest to care about the movement, but like everyone that was there obviously cared about the movement. So it's kind of like everything that they were saying, they wanted to say that to the people that are either not caring about the movement or are against the movement. But then I guess a lot of the protests like getting out on TV and like in the media, so hopefully that's like filtrating into like the older generations, because obviously most young people are surrounded by it on like Instagram and most social medias, like mainly Instagram. But for people that are not on there, are probably like not getting as much information about it. So yeah, I've been trying to like tell my family about it. Responses have been questionable. But yeah, I just wanted to speak about that quickly because obviously I've said that I'm donating my YouTube revenue for this month to charities that support Black Lives Matter. I'm undecided on like which charities yet, but after watching 13th on Netflix, it really made me think about like donating to bail funds. So that is one of the options, but I'm gonna do a bit more research. Oh, also, this is a funny thing that I do with my makeup. So when I've done my makeup, I actually get a hairdryer and like push my eyelashes upwards and like get a hairdryer and put the heat on it, and it makes your eyelashes like go like that. So I'm just gonna go and do that now, and you can see the difference. But this is what they look like before. I'll go and blow dry them and come back. I don't know if you can see much of a difference. You can probably see better in real life, but they are just like standing up more. I'm quite proud that I like sort of invented that. Like I don't know if anyone else does that, but like I didn't see it anywhere, I just thought of it, so kind of invented it. Oh, I need to put earrings on. I got these little gold hoops from Brandy Melville, they're so cute. Okay, the earrings are in, I put some lip gloss on, feeling good. Not doing anything, not going out, so I could do like a little photo shoot. I often like set up all these lights like this and then do a photo shoot against this wall, so could do that for my Insta. I haven't posted that much recently. Also, I'm going to paint my nails. This is the colour I'm doing. Anyway, so that is the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I'll have resources and petition links in the description, and I will have the links to everything I said about like self-development, self-love, influencers that you should follow that are like really positive and all of that. I might do a whole video on that actually, because I feel like this was a bit all over the place. It was just like my initial thoughts, you know. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!